Morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Correllians Live Telethon, brought to you by the Order of Paladins within the Correllian nativist tradition of Wicca. My name is Reverend Sir Elizabeth Hamilton High Correll, and I am the general, one of them, of said order. And with me tonight, I am pleased to have four guests so far for the next hour. And in no order of importance, okay, because I love these people with all of my heart and soul equally. Reverend Sir Mary Hawk, take a wave, Mary. Reverend Sir Kai Iden, take a wave, Kai. Sir Brian Ellicott, take a wave, Brian. And Sir Pamela Kelly, take a wave, Pam. Oh, okay. That's so adorable. So, this telethon, we are bringing to you, our pagan and magical community, because you wanted more from last year's telethon, which was a smarting success, I must say. We raised $5,000, and we're here to raise 10,000 more in the next 50 hours. So please take a look at your screen and the lovely pink and blue wavy bits. You can see we are already $550 ahead of the game. And I gotta tell you, I am absolutely thrilled by this. And I'm a little nervous. I'm kind of getting settled into my body here a little bit. And my gosh, everyone, we are here. What do you think?
I've got a very important announcement to make.
Oh, please.
Now that it's started, the biddings have started!
Yes! The bidding has begun. So, Sir Pam, would you like to tell everybody how they can go and bid on our auction items?
Easy. Givebutter.com/C for campaign/Correllians Live. You go there, one page on the top, it says overview, and that's how you can just give us money. Because we'll take that, and you can even do it under my name, for example, or anyone here. We don't care as long as we're sharing it. We get credit for it, but we don't get it. So anything to help out with getting us to that $10,000 goal. And if you click over overviews here, you click and you see auction. When you click on the auction, you're going to have to register an account, and it's going to get all your personal information, like you're going to have to put a card in there, okay? Because that's how you pay for it. But when you register to bid, it's going to ask for you to get an account. And then look, place your bids. There, a 15-minute tarot reading with First Priest, Most Reverend Phoenix Coffin Williams. Wow, you can bid on that one.
Yeah.
You can bid on. Aren't you in here, Brian?
I should be. Yep, right there.
Yep, there it is. And those are just buy nows. Like the rest of our readers down there are all buy now. So they have a limited number. Brian, you can tell us more about that.
Yeah, love to. So my readers come from all over the world, from New York City to the Philippines. We have a little bit of everybody. Later this morning, you'll have Lakai and Apu Adman doing their readings live, more than likely. Our internet sensation, Reverend Ravengrove Greenfield, will be joining us. And then we have a lot of great items all mixed in as well. So bid. Bye.
Heck yes. Thank you, both of you, for giving us this. And, if you could just stay there, whoever is manipulating the screen right now, scroll up just a little bit. I want to show you something that is absolutely amazing. Stop right there. Little Fuzzy Friends by Sir Mike Nelson. Okay. This is out of all of these shinies, I want one of those. And the reason why you should buy bid on one of these too is because they are made with love and care, and he really puts his heart and soul into knitting or crocheting, fiber crafting these little guys, and they are fun and they are squishable. And so yes, let's kick off some of these items with your first bids. Don't forget to register. You need to be registered first. So yeah, so we have so many things for you to look at. You can open those in a new screen while you're watching us, and if you need to listen to us in the background, that's okay too, because we are going to be bringing you the whole 9 yards in the next 50 hours. Isn't that right? All right, and let's go back to the overview. Okay, there we are. Perfect. Yes. So we're here. And so some folks might have not heard the news, but the reason why we're here and raising $10,000 is because there is a contingent of paladins going to the Parliament. And the Parliament, you can look up at right below here on the screen, parliamentofreligions.org/history. You can read all about what the Parliament is at that link. And it is a very important event that our tradition has been going to since the start of the modern day Parliament. I believe it was in 1993 that they brought it back. I could be wrong. It could be a little bit earlier, but 1993 jumps out at me as the one that marks the modern age for that event. And so we're going to be using this money for expenses, like housing and food and rental cars if we need to rent cars and all that good stuff that's involved with keeping people fed and housed for a whole week, because it's like we're going to be there from like the 12th of August through the 19th. So it's going to be quite a pretty penny. I think there's about 20 or so of us going there, and we need all the help we can get, and that's where you guys come in. We've already raised $550 freaking dollars. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Would anybody like to speak to this or something else related?
It's in Chicago.
It is in Chicago. That is correct. Thank you. Ebony Nash, may the odds be ever in your favor. Yay, telethon time. Oh, I love you so much, lady. Oh, my goodness. So, y'all want to look out for something really amazing? Tomorrow, right here, this bat time, 1 hour from now, bat time, same bat channel, the music block, 6 hours of just amazing splendiferousness. Okay, you don't want to miss it. Trust me. I'm a Leo. I can talk for hours, and I am blown away, wordless, from my mouth to the god's ears. It's going to be a blast.
Well, what I'm excited about is the Red album.
Okay, so the Red album.
Do you mind if I take a couple minutes here?
Okay.
I live in North Carolina, and we just had another one of these laws fail. We were one of the few places in this region that was still giving access to abortion here in North Carolina. So 1 in 3 abortions in North Carolina were being performed from people who were out of state. So we were considered like a safe place for this procedure. Whether you whatever reason you needed it, you were able to get it here. I feel like a downer because we had one of our people flip parties and voted for a total ban. Not a total ban, but it might as well be. And this is on a lot of people's minds because it started a year ago with the Dobbs decision. I'm trying not to get too political, but I am fired up. I am pissed off, and we should all be. And you don't want to piss off a bunch of pagans, and you don't want to piss off a bunch of pagan musicians, because what are they going to do? They're going to put an album together. They're going to raise money to help with the fight to protect reproductive rights, and that's the Red album. And if you haven't already heard about it, you'll hear more about it tomorrow night during the music block, but along with other great artists. That's just one of the pieces of the puzzle. I'll be one of the hosts, of course, Sir Ebony and Sir Cloud the Pagan Rapper. Good stuff. One of the things that I think people think with pagan music that it's all like folksy, alas, I love you, and they don't understand that it's rap, it's rock, it's it's alt. Um, I love the music, the musician, the talent that comes out of our artists, and I'm so excited. Can you tell? I don't want to talk anymore about this because I've got my drive tomorrow.
You
I
could
got
go
my
on for
drive tomorrow.
forever, five ever. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Sir Pam. I do appreciate you, and it is
What's on
so
Kai's
good to
head?
have you here. What now?
What's on Kai's head?
Oh, it's a hat. It's a tiny little hat. Isn't it
You
cute?
make those, Kai?
It's a fascinator.
Do you make those, Kai? You're on mute if you're talking to us. You're on mute.
But this one was a cheat sheet. This is the one that I bought to copy.
Right.
So you'll be doing, but is that one of the things that you'll be making in the?
No, I think Saturday. So I have the 1 hour Correllian Crafties at noon on both Saturday and Sunday.
Awesome.
Oh, 1 minute. Sorry, I set my stepfather out for Red Bull because I need caffeine and I don't drink coffee. Thank you.
Speaking of caffeine.
Okay.
Speaking of coffee,
I want to say hi to Elizabeth Narok Lilith from the Netherlands. Thanks for watching. Hi to Mary.
Oh yes.
Hey to Lori. And
Yes, thank you, and hello to everybody.
thank you for watching and commenting. And please join me and my friend Gail Tracy Mull tomorrow at noon Central, 1 Eastern, where we're for everything psychic. And
I knew you were going to say that.
Say what? It's a proper event. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I'm gonna prop mine too. So as I said, I have both noon on both Friday or Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, it's all gonna be all about the Correllium. I'm gonna paint a Correllium. I got multiple sizes that we're gonna do.
Ooh. And you prepped it already. Good job.
Cause I'm not stupid.
At great personal expense.
Look at this one. This one's huge.
Yes.
And I'm going to give that big one to the person that donates the most throughout the telethon.
During your hour? Oh,
Nope,
throughout the telethon.
Throughout the telethon.
Oh, wow.
The person that donates the most gets that.
Woo! My goodness.
Well, that when it's complete. They don't get
Well,
just the blank block thing.
Right, of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
we have
for people that donate during my hour, or they donate on my page and say and put the word Correllium in their comment when they donate, they'll get this size Correllium if they donate more than $30.
Okay. And is that for like multiple people who do that? Or are you gonna make?
Yep. I will make 150 of them. 100, if 150 people want to donate that much.
You got your plan, Kai. I love it. Thank you so much. That's going to be fun. I want to see who donates the most to this telethon. That would just be absolutely spectacular. Oh, and look, we have Cosmo with us. Hello, Cosmo. How are you today?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay.
Welcome. It's so good to have you here. How are you doing, my friend?
Good.
I realized that it's a little bit earlier in the day for you. You're still in California, right?
Yeah, and I'm in a hotel, but I tried to give you a good backdrop.
I love the backdrop. It looks completely natural, unlike mine,
Yeah.
like, field of sunflowers, but that's how I roll,
It's
so good. Cosmo, what do you think about this 550 start off that we're kicking off with here today?
Yeah, it's quite a bit. I mean, it sounds like the campaign has already built excitement and interest and knowledge about the parliament and hopefully what it's trying to accomplish, the value that the Correllians can bring back to the community. So I think we've said it even at the prior telethon. It's not really fun and games. It's really there to learn and represent and um, show our face and our reality to the community and be a part of the global conversation. And
Absolutely.
and a lot of us have eclectic, you know, our own eclectic beliefs. I mean, I was just initiated as first degree Correllian, but I have, I come from like Buddhism and Hinduism and some of the other aspects. So I like that it's creating a voice for those who may have more solitary practices, but um, there's so many important issues though in, even of late, AI is becoming such a significant issue. And just thinking about the ethics of using this new technology, how we integrate it, how do we still maintain our human centric kind of approach to living, and empathy and not get all caught up in. So
Cosmo,
anyway, yes.
I
Well,
I
I
just
was.
wanted to
Oh yeah.
say, with AI, all I can think of when you talk about these things in philosophy is Inspirobot, which is not going to work. Have you checked out Inspirobot?
I haven't checked out that, but I've been using Chat GPT for brainstorming in some of the tools. The other thing is space. I think the space industry, there's a lot of like minded individuals. I'm part of another space cohort, and it takes our kind of Gaiaist view, protection of the earth, the symbiotic relationship we have, but looking at it also from outside in, as if you had the overview effect, looking at it from space and appreciating the fragility of this, planet we live on and that we share with each other. So coincidentally, my my overnight, I'll broach on this topic. So I'll spend about
Yes,
an hour
please.
talking about some of the space principles and how I integrate that into my own metaphysics. And second part of my overnight, I think I'll segue into a little bit of Reverend Don Lewis's talk on metaphysics. I thought it'd be a perfect way to package that. And then come overnight Saturday into Sunday, I think I'll focus more on the ritual aspects. So you had this wonderful interview with Alan Salmi.
Yes.
And so we've packaged that up. And Reverend Don also had some very interesting ritual things, the use of wands, not getting stage fright during rituals, that kind of thing. So I thought, well, maybe that would be a good package for that overnight. So going from metaphysics and space tonight, and then tomorrow putting that, more of that to the ground ritual application. So that's a little bit about my overnight segments.
That sounds absolutely wonderful, Cosmo, and I know that you will do amazing with those as you did last year. Pam, you had your hand raised. Thank you. Hello.
This is really out
Like,
of the ordinary for me to wait my turn. So I'm sorry when I step on people, but I wanted Cosmo, my energy's here and Cosmo's like, here, it's good. But I wanted to say in Spirobot, you talked about, AI and metaphysics, and I like to, and Spirobot is an AI generated. They make memes and they're supposed to be inspirational. So the one I have now, it looks like a ectoplasm. It's beautiful. And it says, "Glorious is a student who challenges his sexual experiences, for he also respects his chi."
How
Okay.
often?
okay.
How often do you use in Spirobot, by the way?
Whenever I start getting the itch to do Inspirobot, because it's just fun, because that one's kind of funny. But I mean, I'll do another one. Inspirobot.me. A good man is the pupil who shares with his brothers his sanity, but a better man is a pupil who shares with his brother his sanity. And it's got all these watches. It's just a fun thing. So
Well, it sounds like it
Yes, yeah.
still needs a little bit of human curation. We shouldn't lose sight of our individual creativity.
I
to
think
apply
that's
to
what
that.
it's ironic that because like one of my favorite
Yeah.
ones is Scream. I'll find it. It's like one of my favorite ones because it actually fits. But we were talking about Kai's crafting, and then Mary started talking about her show, Everything Psychic, and we kind of got off track. It's my part.
Yeah. And I do want to say hi to Mike Nelson and Jason in the chat room. Thanks for
Yes.
joining us.
2 more
Mike
of our
Nelson
awesome.
of the fuzzy things from the
Yes, of the fuzzy things. That's
Yes,
the guy.
Mike
Yes.
Nelson makes the fuzzy thing.
The little fuzzy friends that are just absolutely beautiful and amazing and made with so much love and care. And Mike does a lot of work, good work up there in Canada, and he has been a paladin for quite some time now. All of us actually have been around the block a little ways. So we're so glad and so grateful that he has been willing to donate his time and his craftiness to give us those auction items. Thank you again, Sir Mike. We love you, and we can't wait to see the little crafty friends that you create for all of our bidders. Speaking of bidding, don't forget, go to the givebutter.com website of ours. I think we should have it. There we go. givebutter.com/c/Correllians live/auction. Register, and then you can participate with a bid.
All right, guys.
Patting yourself on the back there, huh?
It's fun. It's fun to do the because you can put a GIF or GIF in there, and so Kai's got like the guys from Saved by the Bell doing this, but then I've got Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother doing it. Self-5.
Well,
So,
I told everyone I pulled a Pam, but then I had to be original also at the same time.
Okay.
well, let's see who can be the most original with their gifts.
Okay.
Have
Or
a
Jim.
million more in
I
the,
have
in
no
the
idea
donation.
how you guys are adding gifts, but that's okay.
It's on the
It's
second page. It allows you to add a message or a GIF on the donation when you donate. After you donate. Yeah, we're talking about.
Here I'm thinking like in here right now. I'm like, oh my god, what are they talking about? I have no idea. Oh god, I got confused.
Liz, this is going to be a long telethon for you.
The last one was double the time, and it felt much shorter than this one so far. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of reasons, but we're not going to go into that right now.
Mercury retrograde.
Don't say it, Pam. You silly goose. Oh, I see it now.
So funny.
Look, that is so adorable. Oh my gosh. Pat yourself on the back, Kai. There you go, honey bunny. And you can, for our viewers at home, you can decide which of us you would like to credit, or you can credit none of us.
Kai.
Depending on your preference there. It's perfectly fine.
But if you like awesome hats, you will credit me.
Mine's not that. Mine's cool. It even has a little veil.
But it's not a hat. It's technically a fascinator. It is not a hat.
Oh, okay.
I have to try something because that hat is awesome.
Right on.
You guys,
not awesome.
Is this like a witchy Kentucky Derby thing? Do I need to get a hat?
Get a hat.
Well, so Reverend Sir Mary has been working on her audio-visual persona, and that is why she wears hats on air, and it's lovely. And I love seeing all the different hats that you come up with. Oh, and there's Pam with bunny ears. I mean, I guess after a fashion, my head covering could also count as a hat, kind of. Not really, though.
All right.
Maybe.
So now Kai is going to wear a crown.
Okay, and the headphones over. Very fashionable. Yes.
Yes.
Apparently, we are fashionistas. Make your donations to tell us how beautiful we look.
Or you could just leave us basic folk to your donations, please.
Sure.
Yeah.
Either way you slice it. We appreciate you.
Please note
10 million
the
times over.
triple moon goddess
yes.
symbol on the front of my hat.
Absolutely. In your is that your favorite color? Is purple?
I made mine
remember.
myself.
No,
Oh.
my favorite color is green.
Oh, okay.
Come on now.
Well, I'm just asking. I don't know. Our audience doesn't necessarily know. So, but anyway,
I was
I'm a
listening.
green-haired witch.
yes, you are a green-haired witch for right now.
I was listening to Gogo Bardello yesterday, and now all I can think is "Start Wearing Purple." That song, "Start Wearing Purple." Where nobody knows
I've
it.
never
Okay.
I've never heard of that before. No, ma'am.
Gogo Bardello, Punk Polka.
Okay,
That's
awesome. A wild Ebony Nash appears. Sir ELN, welcome.
Are you talking to me? Wait,
Let's get a
where?
round of applause
Where?
for
Oh,
Reverend Sir
hi.
Ebony Nash. Hello, my darling. How are you? Tell us the good news.
Hello. I am well. How is everyone?
Going a little crazy. It's going to be a really long telethon, but that's okay because we're here and there is no going back.
True that. We are
Mary
stuck
knows
like
my
Definitely
song.
the full moon, Elizabeth. Thank you for noting that.
Yes.
Elizabeth, aka Lilith, which is
Lilith.
moon. But Mary knows the Gogo Bardello song. And you've got the sunflowers behind you. Gogo Bardello are from Ukraine. So, but they were big here. See, Ebony, you know them, right?
Yep.
Everybody here needs to listen to Gogo Bardello.
Okay,
A good time.
Yes.
I'll make a note.
Okay. Take a deep breath and whoever has coffee, clink.
I have tea.
Soda.
I gotta tell you though that I was almost late today because I was
Here,
earlier
Ebony.
today. I was out driving around and there was a garage sale,
Oh,
and
don't got those yet.
unfortunately, one of our sisters is about ready to cross over, and her family was trying to sell as much of her stuff. So I feel bad because I got books. I got a book from Phyllis Karat. I got I told her, I told the family, I said, please let her know that at least some of her stuff is going to people who appreciate it. So do we have a closed caption? Is there a closed
we
caption?
should have closed captioning somewhere.
If you're on YouTube, there's usually it would depend on
Turn
which.
it on YouTube. We don't turn it on here.
And I think Roku's got a setting for that too.
And I just
And hello,
informed.
Kazane.
Yes, Reverend Kazane, thank you so much for joining us, dear. And so I just let him know that YouTube should have closed captioning available. And if it doesn't, please let us know.
So I noticed in the chat, Elizabeth was talking about how she loves Phyllis.
Oh,
And
yes,
Phyllis
Phyllis
is a big believer in the Parliament.
Yes.
I actually, that was the first thing I did when I went to the Toronto Parliament. I went a day early just so I could go to one of the Toronto metaphysical stores because she was having a presentation that day. Me and all of her books came from Buffalo. Like I'm on a Greyhound. I can have extra storage space. I take all of her books. Could you sign these, please? And then I felt bad and bought another copy of the books I already, one book that I already owned because, everyone's buying books and having her sign them. And I felt bad that I just had a stack of books that I already owned. I was like, oh, I'll just take this one as a gift.
But you had to buy those books to begin with. I mean, it's good. It's good form. It's good form, and it's going to help out. And we need to do what we can to support. We need to do what we can to support other pagans, which brings us back to why we're here.
Yay!
Yes. I love that. Bring it full circle.
And I'm gonna shameless self-promotion.
Please.
I have 2 numerology charts up for bid in the auction.
Excellent. I want.
And Kazane says closed caption unavailable
Oh no.
in
Um.
YouTube.
Okay, we will try to see what the settings are in the YouTube backend. I don't know if it's just because it's a live stream or whatnot. But for 1 second, I would like to thank John for your $10 donation, bringing us to $560. Woohoo! Round of applause.
Thank you.
High five.
Yes. Yes, high five. Sure. Self high five.
High
Sure.
five. There you go.
Us being goofy. Who would have thunk? So yeah, we will attempt to fix the unavailability of closed captions. I do apologize. And let's see. So what is closed captioning? Oh, that's a great question. Closed captions are basically the
Subtitles.
software, subtitles. The software that we use, aka YouTube, takes our voices, recognizes the words, and puts them on the bottom of the screen for people who can't hear or who can't hear very well. Like me. I can't watch a movie without subtitles. I can't watch a show without subtitles. It drives me crazy.
Or whose husband's trying to sleep in the middle of the night and it's 3:00 in the morning, you can't sleep and you're trying to watch Shameless or something. Gotta have those closed captioning on.
Shameless. Help us live shameless by sending us to Chicago. So
Yes.
we can go.
Well, I'll even take some time out and share photos. I'll go down.
Absolutely.
Go ride the train.
The L.
Oh, yep, ride the L.
Okay, so it appears that Mike Neal, who is watching from Facebook, has closed captioning work on his end. Let me communicate that to Reverend Kazane. Kazane.
We try our best to be accessible.
We really do.
This real-time feedback's working out great, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's really wonderful. Yes, I completely agree, and I love being able to interact, with so many of my good friends and colleagues. You have all worked so hard to bring this event to life in like 5 months. We started in January, and here we are. It's May 5th already, so that's like almost record time, I think. So yeah, here we are. We got a bunch of stuff coming up, and hey Ebony, would you like to plug the music block? We already kind of did earlier, but from the lady herself.
Well, I will tell you, I am not going to be doing it this year with COVID. Thank you very much. I am not doing that
From
again.
your mouth to the God's ears.
That was a
They're
bit
knocking some wood or
much.
something.
But yeah, no, I'm in good health. I'm quite well, and we are about to have one heck of a lit time tomorrow. 6 hours of a whole lot of fun. We got quite a few people from the Red Album, either doing live sets, either doing pre-recorded sets. There will be a panel. And for anyone that hasn't seen already, their pre-sales on Bandcamp just went live today. So by all means, go and check out the Red Album pre-sale, because you do get a track or two ahead of time. So that, just throw that out there for you guys.
This one time at Bandcamp.
What?
This one time at Bandcamp, you can get the Red Album. This one time at Bandcamp. Come on, you guys. You don't know this one time at Bandcamp? I am like losing with all the references.
Oh my goodness.
No, I
don't think
get
it's the same.
American
It's not
reference.
it's not your mama and papa's Bandcamp.
That's funny, but I was like, wait, what? That's not the same band. I was whatever.
No, Bandcamp is where you can pick up pretty much every musician that you'll hear tomorrow night in the music block. Will have a Bandcamp web page, and I don't know if they're doing it, but they were doing it during. And today would be the day. if they're doing it, today would be the day. On the first Friday of every month, they sell the Bandcamp will give all the proceeds to when you buy the music to the artist rather than
Yeah.
take their cut. So it's the first Friday of every month, which is today, but save some money to give it to us so we can go to Chicago. Or
Right.
yeah.
And Sir Ebony, I think that
Yes, ma'am.
we are giving the people who are on the panel with us tomorrow evening half, aren't we? Would you like to tell us a little bit about
Yes,
that?
I would. So when Pamela suggested the idea of contacting the Red Album, I immediately wanted to see if it would be possible during that panel to donate half of all donations during that hour to the Red Album, because considering the importance of what they're doing,
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be fair to just make it about just us in that particular moment. And I wanted to make sure that everybody involved comes out with something, because it's an incredibly important topic for a lot of have these issues to deal with, and they put a lot of effort just as we are putting a lot of effort in. And so I only felt it was fair that during that hour we split it.
Right. Absolutely. And I'm really grateful that the both of you collaborated and put your heads together and figured that out, because my goodness, what an important issue for our time.
It really,
Take a
really,
look
really
around,
is.
right? Just
It
take a look
really is.
around. We are seeing all kinds of intrusiveness.
I always tell people this story when we talk about, these rights. One of my favorite sports is tennis, if anybody knows me at all. And one of the most famous tennis players in the world, everybody knows who Serena Williams is.
Mhm.
Now, you would think somebody goes in like Serena Williams, she should be able to go in and tell the doctor what she needs and have no problem.
Mhm.
No. This woman is quite lucky to actually be alive, because doctors did not listen to her. And it almost cost her her life and her child. Now, if someone famous like that can't even get the basic, their own right to their own body, considering who she is, it leaves like almost no hope for anybody else that's regular, which is why it's super important to really, man, woman, child, doesn't matter. It's important for everybody, because if they make an infiltration in one place and they succeed in that
Mhm.
one place, what's to stop them from every basic human right?
Right.
So it makes it that much more important. So yeah, I always tell people, they're like, what? You mean she could? Like, no, she
Well,
couldn't. She literally was having an aneurysm, and she was like having issues and kept saying, you guys need to check something. You guys need to check something. You
Mhm.
guys need to check something. And she,
and along
she's
those
talked about this. And
along those
go
same
ahead.
lines as Ebony, with man, I don't want to go down like but Serena Williams, an amazingly talented and successful Black athlete. Black maternal deaths in our country before the Dobbs decision were at third world rates. So
Yeah.
so we need,
Yes.
this is more than just a female issue or a person's with uterus issue, or it's going to affect all of us. It's going to affect, and especially some populations more than others. I'm sorry, Kai.
Well, I mean, I hate to go down there, but there's 2 points that upset me. As a person that has had an ectopic pregnancy that ruptured when I was on the operating table, I was able to get care. That can't be said for if certain states that I was in today, I could be dead. And that scares me. And then the other part is what a lot of people don't realize, that Roe was not just about the right to abortion. It's more privacy than just
Birth control.
abortion. It was the right to be private.
Yeah.
All of the above.
And not even just on reproductive right, just
Yep.
general privacy. In a society today where we have everything from Amazon and the device that I'm not mentioning her name because she'll like lose her mind in my house, and the one on the phone, they're we're losing our expectation of privacy little by little, and we don't basically even realize
And
it.
it's the allegory of the frog who is boiled alive. The frog
Right.
don't know that he's being cooked until that water is really stinking hot.
Because you turned it up bit by
Bit by bit, just keep chipping away at those rights,
Well,
and I really appreciate being among friends and colleagues such as yourselves who are aware of this and who are willing to speak out loud about it, because we can turn to the Correllian Manifesto, for example, which is basically stating that as Correllians, as members of this tradition, we have the religious right to bodily autonomy, especially in instances where health is concerned.
And I'm going to
So,
speak to that
please.
for a minute because, I'm happily married, but I also have a host of health issues. And for the last 10 years before I reached menopause, we were very careful that I not become pregnant,
Mhm.
not because we would not have been happy to have had a child, but because the odds of me carrying a healthy child to term without significantly damaging my own health were somewhere between slim and none.
Mhm.
And if I had become pregnant, we probably would have chosen for me to have an abortion, even though that would have been a heartbreaking decision.
Mhm.
I'm right there
Because
with you, Mary. The bodily autonomy, as another person with disabilities, bodily autonomy is central to disability rights and being a person with disability. And we understand, I feel, a little bit more keenly that right to bodily autonomy and the how these decisions are going to impact whether it's a person with disability or a person who has the opportunity or has a child that may, because of genetics, we can find out before the child is born, may end up having very significant disabilities. It's going to impact us to have forced birth, and
Yeah,
that's
right.
absolutely. Yes. And speaking to that, the thing that terrifies me the most is that the language in some of the legislation that is being put forth is so broad that it doesn't
Mhm.
even allow for fetal anomalies, such as where the back of the skull doesn't form or the brain doesn't form. I'm just going to leave it at that. They
yeah,
won't
and
Right.
that
do anything because they don't have the approval of their legal office in the hospitals.
there is a very rare defect where you
Mhm.
just have the brain stem, and I
Yeah.
was talking about that on podcasts that I do. And by the way, but Lilith, I'm Pamela, the bunny-eared lady.
The bunny-eared lady. Let's.
But you can call me bunny-eared lady. I do dark rabbit radio. It fits. I'm the dark rabbit. But there is a very rare uh, uh, genetic defect where you just have the brain stem, and unfortunately, it can thrive. The fetus will thrive through the entire pregnancy, but once it's delivered, can't last that long.
No.
There and
Mhm.
you can't it would be a heartbreak to have to carry a child to term knowing that there's no way it can exist afterward. There is some very
Exactly.
pointed language here in North Carolina, though, saying that even if you have genetic issues, you're not going to use that. Yeah, yeah.
Incredible. Incredible.
So I have to agree with you, Liz, about the
Mhm.
broadness of it. You have people on one hand saying, "Oh, we're not saying that you can't have an abortion if there's a case of maternal possibility
Mhm.
of death or injury." But but on the other hand, they're making it so broad that doctors are scared to
Exactly.
perform them
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
you have to the person has to literally be on like death's door before they intervene, and then they're then
Mhm.
lifelong complications because of something that would have took
And in the case
a few minutes.
of one person, just really quick before we have to start wrapping this segment up.
Before we
Um, pivot attempt anyway. There was exactly that case that was on the news recently
in
where
Texas,
the
yeah.
doctors basically in the hospital said, "Come back to us when you're septic." Just flat like that. And
Abortion
you can,
is healthcare.
yes,
Abortion
It
is
is.
yes, and that is
Abortion is health care.
and that is part of the reason why we are going to the Parliament of the World's Religions, because this parliament is going to be all about the issues at hand. The human rights.
Yep,
Go ahead, Kai.
defending freedom and human rights. It's like the most, I mean, we can't say it any better, especially in the times that we're in right now. It's so we have this type of conversation right now, and we'll probably have it at Parliament, and we'll have it thing. So we get to Parliament, there'll be lots of people that we can
Absolutely,
discuss.
absolutely.
Not even those that just have our viewpoints. There's other people's that their viewpoints are just as important. The opposite side is just as important, but not talking about the ones that are way out there. But you got to understand, stay on both sides of an issue to get any work done on an issue, and everyone needs to come together and fix
Right.
shit.
Fix the stuff. Let's just put it that way, mildly. Okay, so as we wrap up this hour, I want to thank Mary C for your $50 donation about 7 minutes ago. Round of applause and gratitude.
Let's put our hands together.
Oh, aha, ah, ha, ha. Oh, that's funny. Put your hands together. Yeah. You are just full of jokes, aren't you? Silliness, the silliness. Leave it up to us, Correllians.
Ask her 49 hours from now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
When will we close on Sunday night?
Yeah, we close on Sunday night at 7 p.m. and we're all going to be kind of like weary, and our bags are going to be under our eyes and all that kind of business. So I would like to take just a minute and talk about our next guest coming up at the top of this hour. And he is the Most Reverend Phoenix Coffin Williams, an amazing individual. He is the first priest regent of the Correllian nativist tradition of Wicca. New to that position still, but I have every confidence that he will bear that mantle for many, many years to come with his grace and boldness, because holy cow, that man can get things done. And so yeah, I'm very happy that he will be here with us to help us open this beautiful telethon as we raise $10,000. We are $610 in. 6%. Yay!
I have a question.
Aggressive waving. Yes, go ahead.
Well, it couldn't. I answered my own question.
Oh, okay.
Well, listen to my question. and then you'll know why I answered my question.
Okay.
I was wondering if the auction added into it.
Yeah, yes, it does.
Okay, so
Like
well,
at
like,
the end,
in
I'm
real
At the
guessing.
time.
end, because
That's it.
In real time. Like that would be a that would be a Sir
an auction.
Brian question. I do believe Sir Brian, who introduced us to the Give Butter platform. Can we get that little caption up there, please? Is familiar with how that goes because he is in charge of said auctions. And I would guess that it would be at the end when all of the bids are complete. So yeah, we're just gonna see at 7 p.m. ish on Sunday how much those bring in. So please go to givebutter.com/C for what was that? Campaign. C for campaign/C for Correllians Live /auction. Pam, you did it way better than I did in that video.
That was like after 5 tries. So
Okay, well then I'm just glad that I couldn't that I only messed up a little bit. But anyway, yeah, it's way down there at the bottom in the little floaty bit, the floaty white box. So yeah.
I wanted
How about
to
it?
say if we decide not to go to Chicago, we can go to the Netherlands and live with Lilith because Lilith doesn't have messed up rules in her country.
If we
So-
decide not to go to Chicago,
Well,
are you
maybe
kidding?
what we could do is go to Chicago and then like hide away in somebody's luggage when they go.
Oh sure,
Yeah,
sure.
we do
Me
that.
hide away in somebody's luggage. Uh-huh.
I seen that on episode of 911. It didn't work out well for them.
Well, I have been super blessed to have all of you with me for the last hour, and we're already digging into some of the dirty, dark topics. I can't wait to hear the rest of what we have to cover during the next 49 hours and 9 minutes. It's going to be stellar. And I don't know when we want to play our break. We are 8 minutes till the top of the hour. Does anybody have any quick things that they would like to add to get us to the top
Well,
of that clock?
I think I kept interrupting Mary when she was talking about her show.
Oh yeah, Mary. So tell us about everything psychic then. Go on.
Okay. Well, Gail and I will be talking about different forms of divination. We'll be talking tarot, oracle cards, numerology, pendulums, and then we will also be doing mini readings.
Excellent. And of course, you have 2 of your numerology charts up for bidding, or is it a straight buy? It's bidding, right? I think on the auction.
They are being bid for.
Right on. Yep, so again, folks, I will put that up there for one last grab for this top of the hour. And you can just clickety-clack it right into your browser or telephone and get right on in there, register, and bid. Let's see how much money we can raise for us paladins to go to the Parliament and have housing and food.
Yeah.
Food is good. We
Food's
need
good.
food to live. We can't just live off of water and air.
Yes, food is important.
I mean, Chicago
man,
pizza.
We are
sounds
definitely
good.
having Chicago pizza.
I,
Ryan
we
has
have that the
already
first
promised
night?
that we will find a good Chicago pizza place. So
I want to meet Abe Froman. He's the sausage king of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Abe Froman.
Okay. I see.
I keep dropping these. Nobody
I'm
gets
sorry,
them.
man. Like
I just realized the Department of the World Religions is just like our Correllian illustrations, how we have it every 5 years in Danville. I kind of think if you think about it, the very first Parliament was 1893. Was in you were right about the 1993 because the first one was 1893 and it was in Chicago. Then there was 100 years later in 1993 in Chicago again, and now I feel almost bad for some of the people of the world that comes to the Parliament that has to come from farther away because I've been lucky the last two. The last one was in Toronto, and then now this one's back in Chicago, and I live in Western New York, so fairly easy for me to get to. Vehicle, beep, beep, drive for both of them. And I found it very interesting that people come out of their way from all over the world to come to them. And they are the one great. And the funniest story is at the Toronto one, I happened to meet a Catholic teacher that works at the local Catholic college that came to a pagan event that wanted to do some interfaith work and get some contacts. And we're like, "You're from Buffalo? I'm from Buffalo."
Amazing. Yeah, that's really cool. We're going to have tons of interfaith cooperation opportunities when we go. And speaking of interfaith cooperation, Reverend Sir Alan Salmi, to plug him a little bit, is going to be up at the 7 to 9 p.m. block tonight. That would be right after Most Reverend Phoenix comes on. And we got to go to donation break, guys. We'll be back in just a little bit. This stream is going to end, but stay put. Watch for the next stream to come live. We will be right back. Blessed be y'all.
You're watching the 2023 Correllians Live Telethon. The team here would like to thank you for all of your support in assisting us in bringing a contingent of paladins to the Parliament of the World's Religions in Chicago, Illinois, August of this year. We are trying to raise $10,000 to assist with the basic needs of housing, food, and travel expenses. Here are some words from the members of the event team on why it is important that we reach that goal.
Dr. Pam Kelly, I am a member of the Sacred Order of Paladins, and I am here to tell you about why are we doing the telethon and how you can help us. Well, let me show you. Let me show you what's in the future. This weekend, Friday, 5 p.m. on Eastern time, all the way till the 7th of May, which is Sunday at 7. We'll be doing 50 hours of magic and community, lots of shows, lots of guests. But what is it all for? Well, I'd love to show you about it rather than just tell you about it. We are planning to go to Chicago, the Parliament of the World's Religions. It's happening this August, and there's going to be leaders from all sorts of faiths there, as well as leaders from both the Correllian tradition. Circle Sanctuary will be there, and it's the place to be. And it's a place for us to be part of the conversation. This year, it's going to be a call to conscience, defending freedom and human rights, something that's very important to the pagan community, and also part of why we're paladins. We want to defend people, we want to protect people, and we want to be there to show a positive part of what we do as pagans. So please help us. This is happening in August, and we're trying to do what we can to raise money. And our biggest part of the campaign is this weekend. It is the road to the Parliament. So like I said, we'll be around all weekend long with lots of entertainment and shows and ways for community. So you're invited to be part of that. But also don't forget to donate if you can. The best way to donate, there's two ways, is to go to correllians.live/donate. And here are chances for you just to give an amount. And you can give credit to one of our paladins here, or none, just give it to all of us. We don't get the money, but it makes us feel nice. You know, we don't have a competition going on yet, but who knows? But it'll be friendly, obviously. The other way to do it is givebutter.com, givebutter.com/C/Correllians Live. And here, not only can you donate, but you can get some more information on why we're doing this. Also, where you can watch this on Pagan World TV, on Roku, Magic TV on YouTube, or streaming live on the web at Correllians.live. And you can share this. This is a good thing too. You can share this link with other people. Not only does it give you the opportunity to donate, but here's where we have the option. We're going to have plenty of items to bid upon, and you can start the bidding on Friday. It's going to be fun. There's all sorts of things. A 15-minute tarot reading with First Priest, Most Reverend Phoenix Coffin Williams. That's great. all these different readings here. Look at that chainmail pentacle wall hanging. Who would want that? I see a bidding war unrolling, unveiling, becoming a thing this weekend. Oh, a numerology chart. You know, I don't know if I should look at this right now. I can't bid yet, but we will be bidding all during the event. So please join us and please donate. We really would like to be at the Parliament here, manifesting vibes and support the Paladins on our road to the Parliament. Thank you so much for listening and being part of this monumental effort and historical effort. So thank you. Blessings.
Hi, I'm Reverend Mary Hawk, and I am a member of the Sacred Order of the Paladins. Why are we going to the 2023 Parliament of World's Religions? Because representation matters. It's important that pagans be there to show that we are a growing tradition, that we are a viable religion, and we need to take our seat among other world religions.
From all of us here at the 2023 Correllians Live Telethon, we want to thank you again for your support. Please be sure to check out Divination Alley and get yourself a reading. Or check out our online auction that is overflowing with wonderful craft items, books, and services for sale. Remember, our goal is to raise $10,000, so please help us spread the word about the event, our cause, and be sure to stay tuned for more. So thank you all again, and may you all blessed be. Enjoy the telethon.